Our next speaker, Ms. Safa Ahmed, Fintech Manager at Dar ICT Advanced Technology Company, speaking on today's topic, Fintech Challenges and Business Opportunities in Sudan. Over to you, Safa.
Hello everyone, I am Safa Ahmed, a Fintech Manager in Dar ICT Advanced Technology Co. Ltd, based in Khartoum, Sudan. Hope everyone's doing well around the globe. I'm very glad to join you and participate in such big event, maybe one of the biggest events happening here in Sudan. Of course, with most intelligent, genius, ambitious people in Sudan and around the world. It's my pleasure to join you and discuss initiative, useful, and thoughtful topics with you people. So, I will start about the fintech challenges. If I talk about the term fintech, the technology and innovation that aims to compete with traditional financial methods in the delivery of financial services, of course, through smart devices like mobile banking POS and other electronic payments ways. So about the fintech major challenges, it's three words: credibility, collaborations, customer experience. In Sudan, if we summarize the challenges in five aspects, first, only 13% of the Sudanese people have access to banking services because the awareness in how much the important to use the bank simply to put their money on it, especially in rural area. Also the numbers of banks branches and the cash limitation in ATM. So I think policy measures are needed to reap the potential benefits of fintech while managing associated risks. The policymakers need to fill the large existing infrastructures gap in the region, starting with electricity and internet services. Plus the awareness of how much the fintech services is important, as I said earlier, because after the sanction lifted from Sudan, all the global businesses will start to invest in here in Sudan, and the competition will be very high. Also, the payment through Visa already started with several banks here in Sudan. Second, the banking infrastructure needs to be reformed. As said, the international companies will invest here in Sudan, and the online payment, it will be activated. Also, the banks here will link directly to the World Central Bank. So the banks have to upgrade, especially the fintech services, to catch the globe and put in clear policies like security and stability of the bank systems to assure all the electronic services running well. And of course, the telecommunications companies, it's important part of it to make sure the network is stable and cover most of the country. Third, after all the efforts, and maybe because the last regime here in Sudan, still the institutions does not give the issue enough attention. If I want to talk about this point precisely, still the decision maker in these institutions have gap in using the fintech services in government institutions and banks. Earlier, there is a big project called E15 and the project about government payments method using fintech technology like point of sale. If I talk about the project, government payment, it's a government payment information system. One of the many electronic payment projects include E15. This was one of the very first projects the company started with the ministry, or my company started with the Ministry of Finance and Economic Planning. The E15 project is considered the part of financial technology services the company provides. The unified collection device is also familiar with our work. So, and the infrastructures need to be reformed. Fourth, in my opinion, the biggest issue, the mindset of Sudanese people, like in mobile money apps, people didn't start using until the shortage of cash flow or the crisis in cash flow happens, and the COVID-19 pandemic, of course. They didn't use it until they forced to use it. So this mentality have to be changed to catch the world and to compete with them. Finally, if we talked about the Master and Visa cards, it's established already in several banks, as I said earlier, and now it's active in Corinthia Hotel, the leader hotel here in Sudan. Also, our conference holds from here. So this is my first topic about the fintech challenges. So about the business opportunities, now are related to fintech. Now, if I talk about a very important business model related to fintech, it's e-commerce. Electronic commerce or e-commerce is a business model that lets firms and individuals buy and sell things over the internet. E-commerce operates in all four of the major market segments: business to business, business to consumer, consumer to business, consumer to business. E-commerce, which can be conducted over computers, tablets, or smartphones, may be thought of like a digital version of mail order catalog shopping. Nearly every imaginable product and services is available through e-commerce transactions, including books, music, plane tickets, and financial services such as stock investing and online banking. So, if we want to assure this business model, if this will be successfully here in Sudan, we need to use fintech services professionally and wisely. Although there is a platforms working locally, but not globally, of course, because of the sanctions, as I said earlier. But now, after the sanctions were lifted, it's our opportunity to introduce our platform to the world and to welcome the global platforms to participate here in Sudan. If we want to work in this model effectively and efficiently, we need to work in awareness, commitment, operations, and putting clear policies to e-commerce. We need fintech to help to make the solution and organizing and monitoring. To work in this business model easy and catch the global market, to increase the local income in our country, and to win. It's a win-win situation to all parties. If we are talking about the government, the business owners, and the consumers. If we talk about the government, there is a lot of hard currency will enter our banks, so they can invest it. For the business owners, of course, they will gain a lot of benefits by increasing their incomes. And for the consumers, they will save a lot of time and cash, electricity, gas, saving money, and easy access to their needs. Also, without fintech solutions, it's hard to work in this business model easily. As I said, it will need a lot of work, awareness, and collaboration between the stakeholders, which I mentioned before. I'm very optimistic about the success of this business model here in Sudan, inshallah. So my third topic, finally, this business model, what I will talk about, it's related to the government. It's electronic value added tax, the EVAT. If the government installs this system, it will increase the revenue of taxation to 60%. In return, all the transactions will be monitored from the government, and the taxes will collect it very easy from customers, sellers, and retailers. All the parties, it's win-win situation, of course, to all stakeholders. I had personal experience with this system in my company. Me and other companies participate to make a joint venture between other fintech companies here in Sudan by using physical devices like POS cells, machine, even flashes to integrate it to the chamber tax system fintech. It's very important to make this system work effectively. Unfortunately, this system is stopped in the last regime, so we hope to establish it soon, inshallah. And as I said earlier, soon our VAT system will be integrated with the global VAT system. So finally, again, I'm very glad to participate with the great speakers. I hope you enjoy my topic. I'm very proud to be here and represent myself and my company, and of course my country. Africa, it's a great continent full of opportunities. Sudan, one of the greatest countries full of opportunities. Thank you again. Assalam.
Thank you, Safa, for your presentation.
Thank you.
So, how do you see fintech sector growing in Sudan? Is there a new demand coming up? New products?
Yes, there is a new demand here, and the fintech. There's, as I told you, the challenges in the fintech sector here is still going on, but there's a great promises.
Okay, for visitors, Dar ICT has an exhibition booth in the exhibition area. Please do visit them, check their products and services, and you all can talk to each other and see how you all can work together. Thank you, Safa.
Thank you again.